Hello everyone, this is Mr. Siege, and today I'm bringing you a 3-part guide. And the reason I've done it this way is to make the videos a bit shorter, mainly for quality, but also for ease of you guys to find particularly relative parts to what you require to look at, basically. Obviously behind here I'm showing off my almost 18 million kills on Margaret the First. Now this guide will help you understand how cheap and free-to-play friendly engineering is and can be. Now this is obviously very contradictory to what a lot of YouTubers have said in their videos, but obviously these guys don't run Siege Commanders, they have no idea about engineering as a whole. This guide is by me, who actually knows a bit about it. So let's explain the parts. Part 1, this part, will run through the commanders and who to prioritise, whether you're running 1 pair or 2. Then we'll look at the equipment options and the talent trees. Part 2 will show you what sort of trades to expect and what skill levels you choose on these commanders, such as 5-1-1-1 or even 5-5-1-1, etc, etc. Part 3 will be about very cheap alternatives you can run with these commanders to get great results on the field, but using things you already own, which is what I did initially. Hope you enjoy the guide. Please subscribe and like the videos. So yes, this is part 1 to the beginner's guide for engineering commanders. And first let's look at this. So this is our main guy. He does AoE damage up to 3 enemy troops. Yes, this has been changed now. So it doesn't say it does to a target plus 3 enemy troops. It is just 3 enemy troops in total, which is just fine. I'm accepting that. And Margaret. Now, look at this first skill, and this massively affects the smite damage on Gonzalo de Cordoba with that 50% ranged normal damage bonus, and that's why these pair work so well together. So this is the best pair, Margaret and Cordoba. You've seen it in the other videos. Gauge Armada, we've got him at 5515, which is sort of where I'd recommend him. Now, I will eventually expertise him because why not? I'm an engineering main and he deserves it. Baba, fantastic, does a good amount of direct damage factor, and he actually works really well with Gauge and Marder. So yeah, if you're going to do 2 pairings, I would run Margaret with Gonzalo de Cordoba, Margaret primary, and Baba with Gauge and Marder. And you could run these either way round, to be honest. I think Gauge Armada is possibly better as primary with these 2. And yeah, it is a good commander, to be honest. Now, if you're going to go almost full on these commanders, I tend to go 5-5-1-5. But let's look at that in the next videos. Now, let's look at the equipment on these. And this is one of my cheaper sets. So this is like mainly epic. Now, you can actually go even cheaper than this. Now, an epic set will do you wonders on the field still with engineering commanders. Obviously, this is a legendary set. Now, yeah, this is going to be completely broken on the field at range. You'll just get fantastic reports. So, I would work to a legendary set. If you can't get that, we've got some amazing alternatives to watch in part 3. You're going to enjoy that. Now, yeah, you can see the stats on these. They're very nice. High attack is very good. Now let's talk about when I recruited these commanders. So yeah, recruited on the 2nd of the 3rd, 2023, last year. But I only expertised her on the 21st of the 7th. That wasn't long ago at all. I've only had a max for actually 2 KVKs, and she's got nearly 18 million kills, which to me, I think it's just unbelievable. It just shows how good these commanders are in the field. And again, I'm such a low spender. You know, I'm buying the gem supply, the monthly gem supply. That's about it. I'll buy the odd other thing. And Baba, again, recruited him about the same sort of time, but I only expertised him in September last year, which, you know, it was only a few months ago, really. Again, 2 full KVKs expertised, nearly 18 million kills. That's 36 million kills between them. And just to compare, this is my Guan, and I've used him for so many KVKs, and it's just nowhere near as effective. You know, you'd have seen my infantry gear, it's pretty decent, but I just can't perform on the field with these guys. Guan and Scipio, they just can't do it. They're just not like the engineering commanders where you're just trading so well all the time. And talking about Scipio, let's go and have a look at his kills. Now, he's such a great commander. Nearly 16 million kills. Again, we expertised him a long time ago, you know, coming up to a year and a half. So that's pretty crazy, really. He's only got 16 mil kills. You can just see how well the engineering commanders perform. Let's push straight onto equipment, and I'm going to show you some of the equipment you can actually build for the siege marches at so good value. Like, you can actually craft these from animal bones, and these crit are going to give you 4% attack, 4% defense, or 4% defense, 4% health on the other one there. Yeah, defense and health again, that'll be 3% and 3%. They're going to give you pretty decent stats, and you're not even going to use your normal materials. Now, these will get you by pretty well. Now, on my other videos, you've seen how my Gonzalo and Garjamada perform with just my basic epic set, and they're beating other commanders at range with full crit gear, including ring and horn. Ranged is just a completely different story. So let's go and have a look at these other alternatives. Again, you can use the Forest Guardian ones. You know, that's 6% defense. If you've got some of these crit already, you can just chuck them on these commanders. But you've got even better alternatives to this, and you need to watch part 3, because I think you'll be surprised what you can do. But if you want to keep your other gear where it is now, you can just use animal bones and build a cheap alternative set, and then just work on your better siege gear like this. You know, you're just getting a few better stats when you crit them. You're getting those high percentages. Now, some of these also have march speed as well, which is great for siege, and that's where the legendary gear really makes a massive impact. So this gives you 4% attack, 4% defense. That's almost as good, well, it is as good as your standard epic, and you're using blue animal bones to craft it. Again, your harvester robes, that will give you 4% defense, 4% health. That's from your alternative epic piece, which gives you 8% attack. So, I mean, you might even think these stats are even better. Personally, I do prefer attack, but it seems to be working out just to have a good mix, to be honest. So, yeah, you can use the Forest Guardian pieces if you wanted to. Now, you can just mix and match, and to be honest, any siege stats are going to be better than nothing. And as long as your commanders and the skill levels are right, which we'll get onto in part 2, you'll be just fine. So let's move on to accessories, and this is quite nice, just an extra 5% march speed. It's so important on siege, and if that's all you've got, then that's fine. I'd definitely suggest the Delane's Amulet. This is great. You're just going to take less counterattack of all types. When it says of all types, that is everything from range to your normal field troops. So, yeah, that's really nice, Delane's. If you're going to have an engineering march, I'd try and pick that up if you can. So, looking at it, you get 10% march speed with this set from just your normal siege gear, and an extra 5% with that flag accessory, which is pretty nice. So from this set, you're getting like 55% of stats. Now, let's just stick some of the alternatives on that I've got here at the moment. And then we'll just sort of look what sort of stats this gives us, just in a bit of a comparison. I mean, this should be such a cheap set, mainly made of animal bones, to be honest. I'll have to leave this this on because I haven't got an alternative to show you at the moment. That we can swap with these breeches. And yeah, we'll put these boots on here. So this will give us a total of about 40-50% stats there. That's kind of crazy for a cheap set, really. I mean, the epic set was giving about 55%. So yeah, obviously we've got the weapon there, which makes a bit of a difference. But all of these are actually gathering gear. Now, let's quickly move on to the talent trees. So let's start off with Margaret, and you can see here I've not got the march speed on this setting because I've been doing a few duels, but yeah, I'd take this march speed. Obviously you want the top of the engineering tree there. Now you want rejuvenate because the faster rage gained is just great. This is amazing. You get 6% stats of each and a little bit of elixir for your heal. And yeah, Margaret's pretty simple. I think that's pretty straightforward talent tree. So let's look at Cordoba, and I go something like this. Yeah, I'd take effortless would be nice, but I don't really want to lose stats from anywhere else for now. Now, you're not really going to run Cordoba as a primary anyway, unfortunately. I think he would have been really nice, but it's not going to happen. Guardian Marder, he would be a primary if you're going to run him with Cordoba or probably Baba. Maybe Baba would be favourite. So yeah, pick up a bit of extra march speed. This one over here. I don't think we need any of these others particularly. Just one in medicinal for supplies is all we're going to be able to get. Yeah, your spiked armor I think is good. I don't think you need that. And obviously the full engineering tree and the extra march speed. Now, Baba, you could have it the same as what we had Cordoba, but I've just changed it a little bit on this one. I've got effortless instead of martial mastery. But, you know, these, you can have a few tweaks here and there. They're not going to make a massive difference. So, this is part 1 done. Yes, I haven't got the march speed in there. I've been doing some duels and rallies, and it didn't really matter. So, yeah, this is the end of part 1. Now, stick around for part 2. We're going to go around these commander skill levels to be successful in engineering. Now, I hope you enjoyed this one. The next few parts are coming up pretty much straight away. I'm uploading them tonight. So, stick around, have a look at those. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe because you're going to get loads more videos from me all about engineering. I've got some great ones in the pipeline. Thank you very much, guys, and bye-bye.